Everyone be quiet. We need to get organized here.
He's dead.
I'll go phone for help.
Not so fast. Get back.
Nobody leaves this room. Nobody.
What? We need to call the police now.
No policía.
Our host was murdered last night, and somebody in this room is the killer.
Colonel's quite right. Don't worry. We'll call the police after we've identified the guilty party.
Assuming you're correct, how are we supposed to know which one of us is the guilty one?
With intelligence.
Reasoning.
We can work it out.
And what makes you so sure that any of us had anything to do with this?
Jackie is right. Why, anybody in the world could have broken in during the night and murdered Mr. Body.
Sí. Es maybe thief or loco who come here do this.
No, senora. If you'll notice, all the windows are still closed. And I suspect nothing's been stolen from this house. No, this was an inside job.
But I don't understand. Who could do something like this?
It's really quite simple. Our friend, Colonel Mustard, of course.
What? You think I killed Mr. Body?
Oh, I know you did. I heard the two of you shouting downstairs in the kitchen. Now, I don't know the details of your argument, but the last thing I heard was Mr. Body telling you he'd had enough and he was going up to the billiards room. A few minutes later, I heard a metallic clanging sound. I believe that you followed Mr. Body into the billiards room, killed him with a pipe, and then while you were dragging his carcass down the stairs, you dropped the pipe on the floor. Hence the loud clang.
Of course Mr. Body had to raise his voice. I'm deaf in one ear. That's what happens when a grenade goes off 3 feet from your head. And how could I sneak up the stairs with a false leg? Oh, and that clanging sound you heard? That wasn't a pipe. It was my cane. I accidentally dropped it in the kitchen when I was leaving. Now, you're right about the killer being here right now. When I was bending over to pick up my cane, I saw somebody sneaking up the stairs. I looked up just in time to see you, Miss Scarlett, carrying a candle with you instead of just turning on the light. You looked like you were getting ready to do something you didn't want anybody to know about. I think you snuck into the billiards room and murdered our host by hitting him on the back of the head with your candlestick.
I beg your pardon. How dare you say such a thing? Why would I want to kill Mr. Body?
Because he promised to make you a famous actress. Well, are you famous now?
No, no es famous.
You're right. I did go upstairs last night. But I did not go into the billiards room. I did not kill Mr. Body.
Then what were you doing sneaking around upstairs last night?
I went to Mr. Green's bedroom.
You whore!
I love him.
And I love her.
Love? Ha! I bet you were just using him to further your career.
No, Thomas has never spent any money on me. In fact, you haven't spent a dime, you cheap bastard.
You never give me your money.
Well, that doesn't change the fact that you're still a failed, talentless hack.
Y puta.
Why do you have to be so...
Mean, Mr. Mustard.
That's Colonel Mustard, if you don't mind.
I need to mix me up a drink.
Hold on a minute. Mr. Body wasn't killed by a blow to the head. There's a hole in his chest. Why, yesterday I recall Mr. Body arguing with Senora Blanca. I couldn't make out everything they said, but I recall immigration being mentioned a few times. Later, when Mr. Body was sitting in his study, you, Senora Blanca, snuck up to him, pulled out a gun, and bang, shot him right in the chest.
No, no es true. My hermana come to America and I asked Senor Budi if he give her job. Vio, Senora Peacock? Senor Budi is good man. I no kill him. If I shoot him, porque nadie hear the boom.
She does have a point.
Guns are allowed. Even I would hear one going off.
Oh, for Pete's sakes. Mr. Body was not killed in the study.
How would you know that?
Because later when I left Thomas's room, I saw Mr. Body going into the bathroom with a book. The bathroom was like a library to him. Several months ago, Mr. Body told me a family secret, that he and his 2 cousins would inherit a fortune, Ellen Peacock and Rigby Plum. So, I think one of them killed him to get his share.
So, go on.
Which one is it? Ellen or Rigby?
I think that while Mr. Body was enjoying a book in his library, Ellen Peacock stabbed him with a knife.
That's insane.
Está loca.
Precisely. The bathroom door would have been locked.
How could Mrs. Peacock have gotten in there?
I'm not really sure. Perhaps she...
She came in through the bathroom window.
She's not coming through the windows. Es muy small por ella.
What do you mean by that?
I believe what she's trying to say is your self-esteem is so voluminous.
It sure is.
I have more self-esteem in my little finger than you have in your whole being.
Whatever.
I see, Professor.
I'm going in the kitchen at night.
No, you didn't.
Did you now?
Isn't it suspicious you went in there with a wrench?
Of course I had a wrench. I had to fix a leaky pipe.
Okay, everybody. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. Thank you, Miss White. You see, the fantasy role playing allows the patients to release their frustrations without actually harming themselves or others.
How long have you been running this program?
About 3 months.
And are there any side effects?
No, none.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. Okay, everybody, let's stick to the schedule. Bingo time.
Bingo. Bingo. Bingo.
Thanks again, Miss White.
Bingo.
Looking lovely, Jackie. Look alive, Colonel. Bingo time.
Do they always play like that?
Every Thursday.
They just make it up as they go along. It seems kind of weird.
You have no clue how weird it gets with this lot. You should see how they play Twister.